back in 1992, I was hired on as a warehouseman for Purolator Air Filter Sales and Service out of La Mirada, California. Oh, it was highly educational. And I was very fortunate to have some very, very good mentors. Mentors make a difference in a young man's life, and I definitely had a few mentors that made a huge difference in mine. But I am very glad that I started off on the low end of the totem pole in this industry because I've been involved in distribution, going out, service, changing filters, the manufacturing end, all the way up to distribution. So I've seen it all. And as an independent, I have sold every type, every brand, every label out there. So I like to think that I'm one of the more knowledgeable in the industry because I am not really focused on filtration filters per se, as I am overall performance for my clients. It was during my time with Purolator Air Filters that I crossed paths with Fiberbond Corporation. At that time, my branch manager had uh, worked for Fiberbond Corporation earlier in his career for a few years, so he was very familiar with them. Before he set up a meeting with his sales staff, which included me and the representatives of Fiberbond Corporation, he sat me down and he gave me a little insight on them, and he told me pay close attention to the what the representatives say about their product and their manufacturing methods and all that because they produce some of the best products I've ever witnessed. And at that time, he had been in the industry about 30 years, so I took note and I paid attention. So it turned out to be real good timing because I had an account at this time. It was a medical center in Long Beach, California. It was just a stone throw away from the ocean. And for years, the salt water and the moisture that they were exposed to on a regular basis was wreaking havoc on their mechanical equipment, including facility HVAC air filters. Everybody at the time had provided this facility with a set of pre and final filters, hoping to be the line that would solve their problems, and none of them succeeded. I'm talking Echo Air, American Air Filter, Far, AirGuard, tried him at the time. Nobody could provide a product that could withstand the moisture and provide an extensive service life and be effective. Uh, at this time, while with Purolator, my tenure with Purolator Air Filter Sales, we were representing a line called Villadon Freudenberg, and it was a very good line. I happened to get this account using that line of product because it was providing an extended service life and it did withstand the moisture far better than any other product that was around at that moment. Uh, so after about a year, this facility converted to Villadon. Uh, the only problem was as 24 months was approaching, around 20 months, I started to notice mold growing on the filters, and I became concerned. And I went to the director of engineering, and it was then that he determined that at 18 months they would change filters because it was still a big win. Previously, they were going through filters almost on a monthly basis. Every 2 months, they were going through facility filters. So it was still a huge win and a huge savings. So here comes Fiberbond, and I hear about Sporax. That piques my interest. It was also really good timing because this facility was refurbishing an air handler and was just several weeks from being ready to switch it on. So I had convinced them, let's try these products, pre and final filters, right from the get-go. So it was the then Dustlock Merv 8 cubes with Sporax, and the multi-wedge 95s also with Sporax. And the results were astonishing, and it's really what uh, catapulted AFS into what it has become to today. Let me share with you what we did back then.